FinTech Nation, it is day 54 of the challenge, 16 days to go. Next week, I will be putting up the calendar for your final scans, if you can believe that. Next week, I'll be putting up the calendar for your final scans. It just seems to be like this challenge, these challenges go by faster and faster every single time. Does it not feel like just a little while ago I was saying it's day one and I was telling you guys how fast this challenge is going to go by? We got 16 days to go. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. If you guys are not getting into the gym, okay, I'm going to highly recommend that you do. Okay, unless of course you don't want to because of COVID, but there are 17. Okay, I know I've already said this, but I'm going to say it again. There are 17 different possible times to get in the day. We do only allow 5 people in at a time. You are spaced out, so if you are reluctant to go in because of other people being there, people are spaced out. Some people are wearing masks, and sometimes you go in the middle of the day and there's like nobody's registering, so it's like you have the gym to yourself, right? So anyways, I'm going to encourage you to go 3 times per week, finish the challenge strong. If you can't do the challenge, do our online Zoom classes, okay, in addition to your cardio. All right, cold showers. Any benefit to cold showers? Yes, there seems to be. I actually cold shower after every single workout that I do. I cold shower for about it's about 7 or 8 minutes I'll do. Okay, let's say 6 to 8 minutes. I don't time it, but I kind of time it. I do basically I do quarter turns in the shower under the basically I will put it as cold as it will go. So let me just give you my whole all the details when I go in. Okay, well, not all the details, but you know what I'm saying. I get in the shower, regular temperature. I do my shower, clean everything. Again, this is post-training. And then, I just give myself 10 seconds to build up myself mentally for the onslaught of the coldness, and then I just crank it to cold. And it is a bit shocking in the first 30 seconds or so. But I will expose my head to it as well. So just basically I get myself completely immersed in the cold water. And then I will do basically quarter turns for about 30 seconds long. Front, side, rear, back. And I'll do that a couple times. 2 to 3 times. And then I'll stand in it a little bit longer. And then usually by that time, I can just feel myself, I'm on the verge of shivering. So in the summertime, I did this and I just would get out of the shower. I wouldn't do any hot water after that because it was so hot out. It was just it was the best feeling ever. But now I can't do that. If I get out of the shower, it's like my body cannot recover. It can't, I'm cold, even if I put on a sweater and pants or whatever, I'm cold for at least an hour. So basically what I do now is after doing that period of 6 to 8 minutes under the cold water, and I'm trying to increase the time, I will do back to hot for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So what's the benefit of cold showers? We see, I guess it's kind of obvious, increased blood flow. Right? I mean, obviously, the way the body's going to try to raise the body temperature is to bring more blood to the areas that are cold, right? Which is why if you put ice on your body in a specific area and you take it off, it's all red there because there's more blood flow going to that area. And this is a good thing because with more blood flow, we get more oxygen and we get more nutrients, right? All the nutrients that your body gets exposed to comes from your bloodstream. We see a decrease in inflammation. I don't know how this works. I don't know the science behind it. I haven't found it. I have to look it up. But it's supposed to reduce inflammation. So we're talking about systemic inflammation here. So that would be a good thing for sure. You're definitely going to see a reduction in DOMS, right? Your delayed onset muscle soreness. just because of that increased blood flow, that increased oxygenation. You're going to see an increase in your BMR. I don't really know how much this is going to, affect your BMR. It's definitely going to affect your BMR for like probably half an hour or something. I mean, you expose your body to cold water for 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Your body gets really cold, and it's got to bring that body temperature back up, and so your body's got to be doing stuff to do that, right? It's got to be getting energy from somewhere to increase the temperature in the body, right? Temperature can't go up without an energy source. The energy's got to come from somewhere, right? So basically, your body is going through some metabolic process or processes to increase that body temperature. So maybe it's not going to raise your BMR for hours and hours, but definitely for a short period of time. But I would suspect like however cold I get. I mean, I know I'm a slightly bigger individual, but with how cold my body gets, I mean, it's got to burn. I don't know. I would think it would burn at least maybe 50 calories. I don't know. Maybe 100 calories. I'm not sure. Probably somewhere around there. And I don't know if there's anything else tied to that long term. Of course, it's going to increase alertness. I mean, seriously, wake up first thing in the morning and take a cold shower. Seriously, you will wake up, believe me. And there's also seems to be an increase in white blood cell count. I don't know how that works or why that is. There seems to be an increase in immunity. This is something that Wim Hof, I don't know if you guys know who Wim Hof is. Wim Hof is this, I don't think, is he Dutch? I believe he's Dutch. Or one of the Nordic countries, but I think he's Dutch. Anyways, this guy, he's all about cold therapy. He's more than just cold therapy. This guy has scaled Mount Everest to the top in nothing but shorts and sandals, I think. Maybe I want to clarify. I know he climbed the top of it with basically like no clothes. And I'm pretty sure it was just shorts and sandals. Or maybe it was shorts and shoes. Most people cannot do Mount Everest with all the gear and everything. Like everything possible. They just physically can't do it. This guy did it twice with nothing, essentially. Basically naked. Like, I don't know. He's also swam under ice for like, it's like 200 meters or something like that. So like, imagine that, going under ice and then swimming for like 200 meters under ice and then coming back up. No thanks. Not for me. Putting myself in an ice bath for a minute or two, no problem. Every year, this Wim Hof guy actually, he immerses himself in basically an ice bath for, so he matches every minute with every year of his age. So he's like 60, so he just recently did, or 61, or late 50s or early 60s, somewhere around there. So he did basically an hour immersed in ice up to here, like just sitting. Like you're not moving, you're just sitting in ice. That is crazy. Anyways, I'm kind of diverging, but basically I'm bringing him up because he has he's talked about these benefits for years and decades. Really, he's talked about these benefits. Okay, what else do I want to say? There seems to be, again, I don't know if this is true or not, there seems to be a reduction in brown fat cells. So this is a type of fat that is more, I guess it's more readily available for energy. This is generally fat that you carry around your shoulders and your neck. That's usually where we hold our brown fat cells. And so we see a more of a reduction in brown fat cells with cold exposure, apparently. All right. Okay, so I'm going to say on cold showers. Definitely doesn't hurt to do. One other thing. We see an increase in we see a stimulation in the Nrf2 pathway, which is basically this pathway that gets turned on in the body, which basically helps reduce oxidant exposure. So oxidants, we hear about antioxidants, how good they are for us. Oxidant exposure is basically like, essentially, what leads to cancer and other maladies. So we see the turn on of this pathway You can turn on this pathway through other means, but cold shower is apparently one way that you could turn on this pathway. Okay, I don't know what turns it on, and I don't know how long it stays turned on for, right? But it does turn on for a certain period of time. I think this involves like 500 genes in our body, by the way. But I'd have to look more into it. All right, that's all I'm going to say at 10 minutes here. Message of the day. This comes from the great Ronnie Coleman. You may have heard about this guy, the greatest bodybuilder who ever lived. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. And sometimes it's just the way it's got to be. When you're thinking about, oh man, should I do my cardio? Or maybe I'll go to the gym later because I don't want to do it now. When you start thinking about doing something in the challenge that you should be doing and you don't want to do, and you're thinking about it and you're deliberating about it, I know this has happened to probably all of you, sometimes it's better just not to think about it, just to get up and just go do it. Once you get the ball rolling, things become way easier, okay? There ain't nothing to it but to do it. Just go and do it. Don't think about it, okay? Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself for the love of God. Give some gratitude. I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Day 55 tomorrow. I'm telling you guys, take advantage, finish strong, let's go. See ya.